Welcome to Salmamy. You know his name, you know his films. Those stark, unforgettable images are seared into our collective unconscious. Stanley Kubrick, a filmmaker who dared to stare into the abyss and in turn, forced us to confront our own reflections. In today's video we attempt to navigate the labyrinth of his filmography. We weigh the merits of his early work, those raw, kinetic flashes of brilliance, against the meticulous grandeur of his later masterpieces. Join us as we rank every film, every frame, every meticulously crafted moment in the career of a true cinematic titan. Which of his films will reign supreme? Let's find out. It starts subtly, a slow, creeping dread. The isolation of the Overlook Hotel seeps into the frame, into the performances, into your very psyche. Jack Torrance, the tortured writer seeking solace, finds only his demons waiting. Kubrick's camera becomes an instrument of psychological terror, gliding through those impossibly long corridors, each turn ratcheting up the tension. The Steadicam shots, revolutionary for their time, put you right there with Danny, his innocence swallowed by the hotel's malevolent history. And the blood. Oh, the blood. It explodes from the elevator, a crimson geyser of repressed guilt and rage. It stains the pristine snow, a stark reminder that some sins cannot be buried. The Shining isn't just a horror film, it's a study in disintegration, the slow, agonizing collapse of sanity, of family, of self. The brilliance of Nicholson's performance, unhinged yet controlled, becomes a masterclass in barely contained chaos. Kubrick's genius lies in his ability to make us complicit in this descent. We are both voyeur and participant, trapped in a nightmare from which there is no escape. And those final frames, that haunting image of Jack frozen in time, a prisoner of the past, it's a chilling reminder that some doors should never be opened. How do you confront the unthinkable? The potential for global annihilation, for logic to crumble under the weight of ideology? Kubrick, in a stroke of genius, chooses laughter. Dr. Strangelove isn't just a satire, it's a black comedy masterpiece, a razor-sharp dissection of Cold War paranoia. Peter Sellers, in a trio of iconic performances, embodies the absurdity of it all. He is President Muffley, desperately trying to maintain control as the world teeters on the brink. He is the titular Dr. Strangelove, a former Nazi scientist whose physicality is a grotesque parody of power. And he is Captain Mandrake, the lone voice of reason in a world gone mad. The set design, a claustrophobic war room bathed in stark lighting, amplifies the feeling of impending doom. And that final montage, a ballet of nuclear explosions set to the strains of We'll Meet Again, is both beautiful and terrifying. It's a reminder that the line between absurdity and horror is often blurred, a chillingly relevant message even today. Kubrick doesn't offer answers, but he forces us to confront the madness, to find humor in the darkness, because sometimes laughter is the only sane response to the absurdity of it all. Chapter 3. Prepare to embark on a voyage unlike any other. 2001 is not just a film, it's an experience, a journey into the vast unknown. From the dawn of mankind to the outer reaches of space, Kubrick's ambition knows no bounds. The opening sequence, The Dawn of Man, is a masterpiece of visual storytelling. The use of classical music, the slow, deliberate pacing, it all builds to that single transformative moment. The ape discovering the tool, the birth of intelligence. And then, we leap forward millennia, to a future where humanity has ventured beyond Earth, only to confront its own limitations. The spaceship Discovery, a marvel of production design, becomes a character itself, both sterile and awe-inspiring. And HAL 9000, the sentient computer, his calm, measured voice, a stark contrast to the chaos he unleashes, remains one of cinema's most unforgettable villains. The final act, a psychedelic journey through time and space, defies easy explanation. It's a visual symphony, a meditation on evolution, on consciousness, on the very nature of existence. Kubrick leaves us with more questions than answers, but that's the point. 2001 is a film designed to provoke, to inspire, to stay with you long after the credits roll. It's a testament to the power of cinema to transport us, to challenge us, to expand our understanding of ourselves and the universe around us. Chapter 4. This is not a war film. It's a descent into hell. Full Metal Jacket rips away the romanticized veneer of combat, exposing the brutal, dehumanizing reality of war. The film is divided into two distinct halves, each a punch to the gut. The first act, set in the unforgiving crucible of boot camp, introduces us to Joker, Cowboy, and the unforgettable Private Pyle. R. Lee Ermey, a former drill instructor himself, delivers a performance of terrifying authenticity as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, a man who embodies the military machine, brutal, unforgiving, and utterly dehumanizing. His verbal assaults are like shrapnel, tearing away at the individuality of these young recruits. Then, the shift. We're thrust into the heart of Hue City, Vietnam. The streets are a labyrinth of rubble and shadows, the air thick with tension and the stench of death. The soldiers, once eager recruits, are now hardened veterans, their eyes betraying the horrors they have witnessed. A sniper scene, a masterclass in suspense and dread, becomes a microcosm of the entire war, a brutal, pointless exercise in killing. Joker, our guide through this inferno, grapples with the absurdity of it all, his idealism slowly replaced by a weary cynicism. Full Metal Jacket is not a film you enjoy, it's a film you endure. It's a searing indictment of the psychological toll of war, a reminder of the human cost of conflict. Kubrick's camera doesn't shy away from the carnage, forcing us to confront the brutal reality of combat. It's a film that stays with you, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lies within us all. Outro, so there you have it. A journey through the mind of a cinematic master. From the psychological horrors of The Shining to the satirical brilliance of Dr. Strangelove, from the epic scope of 2001 to the unflinching realism of Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick left an indelible mark on cinema. His films continue to provoke, to challenge, to inspire generations of filmmakers and audiences. He reminds us that cinema can be more than just entertainment. It can be a mirror reflecting our deepest fears and desires, a window into the vast possibilities of the human experience. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Salmamy for more explorations into the minds of the greatest storytellers of our time. Let's dive in!